Yeah, when I started pushing my
What's
chair,
your name?
My name is Mark, and I started pushing the chair in May of '92, and I still remember my first ride. I didn't know what I was really doing, and I think I got the ride from Bally's to Taj Mahal, and it's a good job. I just ask people for rides, and you know, I've always done pretty well out here. On the snow, sometimes we get a little snow and we close down for a day or two, but usually the weather's pretty good here in Atlantic City.
Why Atlantic City? I mean, how did you wind up in Atlantic City of all the places to
actually,
be?
I just happened. I was actually didn't know where I was going, but I was looking for a job, and the person that gave me a ride happened to be going here, and I was hitchhiking. And when I got here, I was just walking down the boardwalk and I saw the rolling chairs and I thought that might be something I'd like to do. So I went and inquired about it, and they hired just about anybody to do it as long as you get a license, which is $85 a year, and then they pretty much hire almost anybody. And I started doing that because I needed a job, and so I worked a lot, I worked every day, and I worked many years doing this. Year-round, I worked every winter. I always worked through the winters, even in the snow, and year-round. And it's just been a good, steady job for me. And
even January, February, you're out here pushing?
Yeah, all year-round.
How hard is that? What's that like in January?
It's not bad. Our slowest month is December and January.
But don't you freeze your...
Yeah, sometimes it gets a little cold out here, but you know, I learned, though, from experience that if you're outdoors in the winter, it's cold for a couple of days, but then your body gets used to the cold, and then it doesn't really bother you as much. So really, the real cold weather really hasn't hit yet, but it's been cold for a couple of months. But the real winter, I guess, hasn't really hit here. The severe winter. So we've been having a pretty mild winter so far, and that's pretty typical for Atlantic City, though. So I don't worry too much about working in the cold, because a lot of times on the cold months too, I used to go in earlier. I didn't work too late, because that's when it gets more cold when the sun goes down, and that's when the real cold comes in.
So then sometimes you just jump into the ocean just to relax after a hard day's work.
Not too often, but I have done it a couple times. But I don't really go much to the ocean.
Amen.